everybody. This is ConCarolinas Television, and I'd like to welcome you to the show. My name is Bronner,
I'm the co-host, Ray.
and we're here to talk about Once Upon a Disney. And we're here with some very special guests. First and foremost, the one that has a sorcerer hat on. Introduce yourself and explain why you're here, really. What are you doing here?
I'm April Baker, and I am a certified Disney fanatic. I've been a Disney fan since I was a little kid. And a big part of Disney was actually my first fandom that I got into, all the way from the movies, the parks, into the Disney fan community and conventions and stuff. It was my gateway into fan conventions and geekery.
I need to know how you get certified because I need to be part of that.
She needs the certification. She just needs the paper. We can make
Rachel,
shit up.
You're a certified Disney fan. There you go.
Boom.
I have
You were like
spoken.
knighted by the queen.
You
Just
there you go.
She's a sorcerer.
You're like more this one.
Shannon,
All
you're
right.
also certified.
Boom.
And that leads us to our next guest, which is
Hi, I'm Shannon. I've gone to Disneyland most of my life. All I've done is watch Disney movies. I have Disney tattoos. I know random stuff that most other people usually don't know.
crazy random.
Real random. It must be a Disney fanatic thing.
Yeah, kind of is.
Yeah.
I am looking forward to doing Disney World, though. I haven't been to this side.
Yeah,
so.
she just migrated from the West Coast to the East Coast, or basically from that side of the country to here. So
I'm
welcome.
the opposite. I'm waiting to do Disneyland. I've done Disney World a bunch of times.
I've done Disneyland a bunch.
You guys will have to exchange notes.
We had a Disney pass for 2 years when my daughter was born. We had her first birthday there, even, and it was amazing.
Does she remember it?
With the pictures.
I did the same thing. I got the annual passes and I took the kids there. Yeah, it was kind
All
of
the
just
time.
a routine for us. That Legoland, all those things out there.
It has to because I was there as a baby. It's a thing.
It's a
Total
thing.
thing.
Doesn't
I
matter.
had an annual pass to Walt Disney World for a short time too. When I lived in Florida. So.
I didn't know you lived in Florida. How cool. All right, so my beautiful co-host Ray, how are we gonna kick this this thing off?
This thing we're gonna kick off with the most important question for any and all Disney fans. What is your favorite Disney movie and why?
Ooh.
That's not a fair question.
It is
Yeah,
a fair
there's-
question.
there's
100%.
categories.
No, because there's different levels and different
There's levels.
categories
What
and,
is- Oh my
and
God,
live
so what's
action
your
or
penultimate?
animated.
Anime. Traditional Disney. We're not talking live action. We're not
There's-
talking.
Yeah. We'll
There's
talk
still
about live
categories.
action later.
I just know categories. Like, what is the number one Disney movie for you?
You had a list. I saw it. You
I
have
do
4
have a list.
pages of notes.
I have
I have
lots
4
of-
pages of notes in my little frozen notebook. You want me to start? My ultimate all-time favorite, and it's actually 2 movies, but I'm going to put them together because they're very similar, is Fantasia and Fantasia 2000.
I've
I've always been intrigued by animation, just the art and the talent behind it, and to see them take not only the art of animation and the colors and the drawing and combine it with the classical music and the way they just marry the two of them together.
Oh, beautiful.
That is just, those are my all-time top of the list favorite Disney animated films. Just if I have to watch nothing else for animation and Disney, those would be the 2 I would watch on repeat, as you can probably see my sorcerer
Or
music
ascertain
touches.
from your little
ears.
your ears.
Yes.
All right, Shannon.
All right. Bite the bullet.
Come on,
What
Faye.
is it?
It's so hard.
Give us a
It is hard.
Well, I guess I'll have to go with what I got
Hi, Mom.
my first tattoo, my first villain tattoo which is Ursula. So I
Come
have
on.
to go with Little Mermaid. I even have a vote for that one.
She's got a Little Mermaid
She's
both.
got
I do. I totally do.
She
I
does
got
have
lots
those.
of votes.
As the movies come up, put them up. Don't
Okay.
not before they're
But
the
Little Mermaid
segue.
was always one of my favorites. Ursula is probably one of my favorite villains, and that's why I liked it. Watching them, knowing how they hand drew every single bubble, that just blew my mind. Because you don't do that anymore. Now it's copy paste. But back then, everything had to be meticulously hand drawn and then hand painted. So to have the millions of bubbles just blow up, it was all hand drawn. And that was what I had as a kid. And even my first birthday party that I remember, I had Ariel at my birthday party.
Like the real one?
Yes.
Yeah.
The real one.
Was she hot?
Yeah, she showed up
like
with a
16.
boombox. And
She
all
showed
the
up with that's
all
a
the-
stripper, girl.
yeah, all the dads totally took out dollar bills because they said that's what they thought.
What is that?
But yeah.
Oh. Whew. That was some kind of jump scare thing. I don't know what the hell that was. Woo.
All right, Bronner, what's your favorite Disney movie?
Well, I haven't seen it for about 10,000 years. Yeah, Aladdin, of course, with the late great Robin Williams. I don't even know who else was in it.
Sean agrees with
Does it
you.
really matter? Because it was just the Robin Williams show. And it was absolutely brilliant. It was stunning. It was a work of art. It was fun. I played the video game forever. I loved it, and my kids loved it. Although it's not their favorite, but
No.
it's up there. It's very nostalgic for us as a family too, because we just watched it over and over and over again.
All right. So Aladdin is my second favorite, and it's pretty close, because it's something that my younger brother and I, Mikey, we used to watch a lot, to the point where he won't watch it with me anymore because we're not watching the movie. We're just listening to Rachel repeat all the lines.
The whole movie verbatim.
Movie.
It's an
Pretty
art.
much.
But my number one favorite is very nostalgic, just very personal to me. Yes, Mom. It's Gus Gus and Cinderella. And my dad used to call me Cinderella because, I was
Because he
so
worked you like a slave.
abused that I had to clean. And so he made fun of me and he would call me Cinderella. And it was one of my favorite movies. And, it was a connection that I had with my dad. So that's my special place.
That is your special. He's Cinderella.
Yes.
I'm going to start calling you that. Just because I can.
Okay.
But yeah,
Gus
I
Gus.
agree with you.
I'm going to call you Gus Gus.
Dorian, I totally agree with you that I do believe, after watching it a few times, that the Will Smith version of Aladdin was respectable.
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
I did go into that one with an open mind, and I actually appreciated it.
I was going to ask you guys about this later,
All
You
right.
started it.
but since you decided to just throw shots like that,
That was
I
Sean,
don't
not me.
like any of the live action remakes.
Oh, let's not go there yet.
Oh, let's go there.
Whoa there,
Okay.
Turbo.
Let's go there.
I can't bring
April.
myself to even watch them.
Thank you. I watched 2.
Which
And I
two?
said-
Yeah, which
no more.
two? Wait a second, which
No
two?
more. I saw Cinderella and I saw Aladdin.
Okay, but the Aladdin I actually
The Aladdin
appreciate.
was
No.
respectable.
And they even
April, back
put
me
a
up.
thing in for Robin in that.
I think I
Yeah.
might have eventually seen the Cinderella remake, but I've never watched any of them.
And
I
it
just
was
can't-
horrible.
I can't
It
bring
was-
myself to do it.
Yeah.
They tried to make it like lighthearted and comedy, and
Did they?
no, it's not.
I
Well,
thought
it
it was
depends.
kind
her,
of
her
dark.
cincher, how
So-
her waist was like this big.
There
was
are,
that the girl from
and-
the Mamma
hold
Mia movies?
because there are Cinderella stories in which they use the idea. Those are fine. But the actual remake, hated it. Hated it.
I don't like when they say remake also, like the live action, The Lion King.
So
It's not live action.
It's
all
animated,
CGI.
right? CGI,
Yeah.
right?
So I don't like that they call that like the remake
Well, it had
live
live
action.
people, like the people, like the
There was no people in
Africans.
Lion King.
No, not
No,
even
Lion
like.
King doesn't have people.
No people.
What about the villagers or
Zazu
the,
was a bird.
the
Villagers.
safari people, the people that hunt Nala?
That was
Thinking
the
like
Jungle
Jungle
Book had a couple of live
That's the
people,
Jungle
Jungle Book.
but
With
the Lion
Mowgli.
King doesn't have people in it.
No.
Mowgli is in Lion King.
No, that's Jungle Book.
It's Jungle Book.
Okay. Sean wants to know what movie should be in the next live action remake. He asked The Little Mermaid.
That was
No,
It's
that's
coming.
already coming out.
It's already coming.
on
It's
the
It's
book.
already
Okay.
coming, and I'm not looking forward to it at all.
But my
Hercules.
answer- Okay, you go.
Sorry, Hercules.
Hell yes. That's my
They already
son's
have a
favorite movie.
Hercules. There was a whole show.
No,
That might
that's
not be a
it.
bad one.
No.
That's not it.
Let's get Kevin Sorbo to play Hercules.
Kevin Sorbo is like 90 years old.
He's
I'm
Hercules.
sorry, Kevin. You're probably not. You're probably my age. And you look damn good.
Okay, my answer to that question is none of them. Don't do it.
Yeah, just come
Stop
up with
trying.
new.
Yes, thank you, April.
So
Think of something
listen,
new.
I think
once
it's-
once Phil dies, the voice of Phil, then it's no longer a possibility.
Oh, Danny DeVito.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Danny DeVito. Yeah, it's no longer a
Okay,
possibility
Well,
at all.
Robin
whatsoever.
Williams wasn't a possibility to play Genie, and they still did that anyway.
Dude,
They
it's
Yeah.
different.
On one of the most creative, like talented people in the entire
They
world.
didn't though. They were just trying to do something different. And he didn't even sing the songs. Will Smith. He kind of just mouthed them.
He half-assed it.
But the,
He
the,
did,
the,
yeah, I'll
the
give you
main
that. He kinda
song
did just have it.
in the Aladdin remake or the
Was
live action was
Jasmine's
really good
to
song.
me. To me, I thought Jasmine's song was amazing.
The main song was
I'm just gonna
dope.
sit over here
Thank
and
you
sip on my
for
drink.
saying that.
Now, the movies I haven't watched, but I will tell you the Broadway productions
Yeah.
of a lot of them, those have been really good.
Yes.
I'd like to see Lion
Specifically,
King.
The Lion King on Broadway is
I'd like to see.
amazing.
I hear it's stunning.
It is. There's just no words. It is gorgeous. It is just amazing.
It's just an experience from everything that I've heard. It is a complete experience. It's visual, it's an auditory,
it is.
It's
air is
immersive.
electric. Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Those are
Everything.
seeing
Good
the
word,
animation
good
come
word
to
for it.
life in 3D, but the movies no.
Sean, I don't
Go
use
away.
the E word.
Yeah, we don't use that word. And, I mean, she doesn't allow me to, and
You can do whatever you want.
what she says goes.
I just
All right, but I really do think Hercules would make a great live action movie as long as they didn't put Dwayne Johnson starring in it. I mean, just please and thank you.
I don't know. I'd kind of be okay with that.
No, he was already Hercules in a movie.
Well,
Dwayne Johnson.
But he's hot.
He is hot.
I mean,
Still.
you're not wrong. I'm trying to think. You know what? Let's make Fantasia a live action.
no,
No, yeah, I don't. That's
no.
It would be so captivating. The dialogue would just be amazing.
Oh,
No.
yes.
no.
Dumbo live action. You know what?
They
Did
had
you
it.
do that?
That wasn't that bad. That one was kind of good too.
I
Didn't watch it.
almost saw that one. I wanted to. Just
You should.
elephants. I love elephants.
You know what?
You should.
Let's
Honestly, that
talk
was
about
not
the
that
elephant
bad.
in the room.
Yeah.
Um,
Dumbo is on my least favorite list.
Ooh.
because the movie sucked to begin with, right?
The movie wasn't great.
You're about
No.
to hit, dude.
It's kind of racist.
Boring.
And
It is kinda
as
The
I
crows.
and
The crows
as
are a little racist.
Chris and I had this conversation before, I'm not a fan of circuses. We had a conversation of going back the other day about musicals and how I hate The Greatest Showman because I personally have been terrorized and abused by
I
P.T.
know I heard.
Burnham. So I hate The Greatest Showman and all things circuses. So I
All you
hate
have to
Dumbo.
do is just look at you and just go,
Right. Where's that guy from?
or Zach. Take your pick. It's like a.
It's like
So-
You know,
Yeah, I don't like Dumbo. I don't like circuses.
but the music. Let's talk about the music in that though. It was
In
bomb.
Dumbo,
No, in Greatest Showman.
Greatest
though.
Showman. Yeah, that's stay
That's
there
a
for the
totally
musical
different
episode.
See, I need to rewatch that one again.
Yeah, the music is a bomb.
The music
All
is
right.
good, but I hate
We're
the
gonna
movie.
we're gonna do a musical episode. So let's I want to
Okay, what
do.
elephant did you want to talk about?
I want to talk about Jon Favreau. Okay, he does a lot of great work for Disney. I mean, he did a lot of great work for the bringing the Mandalorian to life, bringing
So
Yeah,
like Marvel
exactly.
stuff too.
Obi-Wan. I don't know if he had anything to do with Obi-Wan. I saw Kathleen Kennedy in the credits. I mean, there was a lot of big, powerful people in
Yeah, they're all part of that.
Obi-Wan. But the thing that Jon Favreau seems to me like he wants to do is just get it right. I mean, I give the guy like heavy props for at least trying the live action. That is like super huge order to fill, and
Yeah.
at least he does an admirable job at it.
Yeah.
You know, because he's truly kind of pretty genius. I mean,
I mean,
he's really
with the
got
Lion King,
it going on.
he nailed the Lion King with the casting, but he's trying to take an animated movie and make a CGI movie. If they were making the Lion King animated today and they used that cast, it would have been brilliant
Mm-hmm.
because he cast it right. But it was just trying to remake a beloved movie and remake it, and just it didn't work.
That's one of the problems that I have with the live action versions. We'll call them versions versus remakes. Hi, Calvino.
Camino.
Is that it's very similar to what they do when they try to take a fantasy novel and turn it into a show or a movie. Is you're missing out on one of the most important aspects, and that's the Disney magic. There's magic that you can create when it's animated versus if you're putting a real person in there. And even if your CGI is the best that you're ever going to have, and we have that technology, it's just something with the human mind that if there is an actual person there, psychologically, it's no longer believable.
Mhm.
You are separating those two. Whereas they can get away with it when it's animated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what about non-CGI animation and live action together, like Roger Rabbit, for instance?
It's done for the purpose, like it's
What's up,
there,
Jay?
and it's not done to be believable. Roger Rabbit is not supposed to be believable.
You know
That's
the random
true.
fact about that movie? That was the only time that those two cartoon universes ever collided.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So like the Warner Brothers and the Disney, how they
Hi,
collided, that's
Jay.
the only time it ever happened and the only time it will ever happen.
They won't never
During
do
Who
it.
Framed Roger Rabbit.
Ah,
There's
You have
something
like Bugs
magical
Bunny
about that
and Minnie
movie.
Mouse or Mickey, and it will never happen again.
and it shouldn't really, because it's
They're their own
got its place in
respective
history.
cartoon.
But
universe.
Right.
5 years from now, somebody's going to try to remake it.
right.
Because it'll come
You'll
up with
get
anything
shut
new.
down.
But-
Disney will put a stop to that real quick.
Yeah, they can
Unless
pretty
they
much
buy a
stop
WB.
anything, right?
Yeah, they'll buy
I don't think they
WB.
can buy
They can do
anymore.
it.
I
They'll
think
buy
there's a
Warner
limit.
Brothers before they do it again.
All
I
right,
think
so
there's a limit.
I've heard quite a bit of negativity from certain members here. You
Okay.
with the bow. Okay.
You with the bow.
You with the bow, talking about live action remakes being good. But my question for you guys is, what
That's
is your
negative.
least favorite Disney movie?
Is there such a thing?
Yeah.
Yes. There is such a thing. I have
can
a list
give
of
you
them.
A whole group. Yeah, I was gonna say there's a whole group
There's-
of them. Every sports movie Disney ever made. Boom.
Yeah.
I thought we were just doing animation.
Animated.
Animated.
Oh, animated.
Animated.
Yeah,
See?
animated.
My point.
Every one of the classical movies except for Sleeping Beauty. What do they call them?
Who invited
April?
him?
Does anybody know a good divorce lawyer?
I don't know.
Yeah, who invited him?
Listen, I'm a
Wait,
host
we
of
need
the
Sign
to-
the
show.
papers yet?
What are you gonna do? You can't kick me off the island.
Want to bet?
Wait.
Ugh.
Okay, I'm
What
gonna
about-
sabotage
okay,
all this
why?
equipment.
Why? I have to know.
Yeah.
Tell the world why.
Oh, that I hate these movies?
Yes.
Absolutely 100% boring, first and foremost. Like,
Boring.
couldn't captivate a man of my quality and macho-ness, my machismo. I just the singing to the songbirds and the bullshit. Can I say that?
Singing to the songbirds.
Yeah,
is
like
Snow White.
Snow White sucked. Like with the whole falsetto voice, just annoying the crap out of me.
They won special awards.
The story of Snow White was bland. And yes, it was very problematic, but you have to give it credit for being the first of its kind.
Well, when was it made? In the 30s, right? Or whatever?
1940.
50s,
Oh, I have it written down.
whatever. Right. I'm just saying, for the time, sure. But then again, I watched it.
1937.
Okay, 1937. And then I watched it for the first time probably in the 90s. So, and believe me, I had seen so many other Disney stuff.
Yeah, it doesn't hold
before
up.
that, it doesn't hold up at all. And I'm
No.
like, well, who liked this crap?
Call it crap one more time.
I mean, I'd rather go watch The Sound of Music.
Yeah,
in
a lot
life.
of stuff before the
That's an
Disney
epic-
Renaissance year doesn't hold up well. A lot of it prior to the 98, the 1989 Renaissance, it's a little shaky on holding up well. It really
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, like
Even-
some of the movies you watch don't hold up well.
Yeah.
That's an epic statement by Rachel. Right?
Yes.
Epic.
Okay.
I mean, even Fantasia 1 had issues. There was some racial issues in there with some of the scenes, and it's problematic on its own.
And
But
it was scary for a kid.
Ooh, me too, Sean. I think they did a good job. He said that Once Upon a Time, the show, they did a good casting of Snow White and Prince Charming.
That's not real.
And now they're married with babies.
I know it's.
And that's
That
not
was
real.
That was epically perfect.
It was.
Yes.
It worked out. Hi, Bear.
What's up, GBB?
But if you want to go back to the topic of which Disney animated movie I truly despise,
Yes, please.
and it's because I hate the movie and I hate the character and I
Let me take
hate
a
all the
drink.
books that relate to it, and I'm going to get a lot of criticism of this. I can't stand Peter Pan.
Ooh.
I hate Peter Pan. I think he is annoying. I think Tinkerbell is a little
that-
snot.
Before you go far, my mom calls me Tinkerbell.
Yeah,
so-
let's say-
Okay.
Dang.
Well,
Yeah,
If
I
you-
have Tinkerbell tattooed on me too.
That's an epic
Okay.
statement.
I think she's a little snot, and I think
She's a booger.
Peter
That's her
Pan is a
point,
whiny
that
little.
she's supposed to be.
Yeah,
But
I
Hook.
don't like Peter Pan.
What a great movie.
I don't
Hook
like the
was.
books.
Hook's going
I don't
on.
like the movies. Now, the Tinkerbell series, when they did Tinkerbell the movie and the Tinkerbell,
The
Which
animated
Oh, and the
fairy,
pirates
yeah.
and the
Yes.
yeah, that was
Mhm.
cute.
that redeemed Tinkerbell for me. So I
Mm.
like Tinkerbell and her origin, but the Tinkerbell that was jealous of Wendy in the movie, I didn't care for. But Tinkerbell has been redeemed. There's no redeeming Peter Pan. He is a terrible person. I don't like him. I don't like any version of him I've ever seen. I don't like Peter Pan.
Even
hate the
Sandy
movie.
Duncan? You don't like Sandy Duncan's
I don't like the
version?
character. No, I don't like the character of Peter
She
Pan.
was good.
He's a whiny snot that. Yeah, I don't like
So
Peter
what?
Pan. I'm sorry. I don't like Peter Pan. I don't.
What you said just hit my brain.
No, I mean, you know what? I'm right there
Calvino.
with you because, like, okay, Fox and the Hound sucked. Robin Hood sucked. I mean, all of those classic
No.
movies.
White
Oh.
Shirt
Ah!
Clown
Oh,
on Robin
what?
Hood.
Calvino,
Fox
I'm
and the
agreeing
Hound.
with you.
No. Take that back. What you said about Fox and the Hound.
Not until you take back what you said about Peter Pan.
Ever.
No.
But I actually love
No,
Fox
we're
and the Hound.
allowed to
That
say
made me
stuff
cry
and
one
not
time.
hold it against each other.
Calvino says Hook was the greatest live action.
Hook was awesome, man. But it wasn't a
Oh.
Disney movie either.
But it wasn't
Disney.
also.
See,
But who was
Calvino
the-
missed the part where we said that live action remakes.
Robin Williams,
suck.
baby.
Who was the lead? What
Yeah,
was
the
the
Peter
main
Pan
movie about
live
Hook?
action.
It was about Hook, not about Peter Pan. But anyways.
Well,
That was about Peter.
But it also had
It was.
Robin Williams, so no matter what, it was going to be a winner.
Yeah,
that's
that's
about
true, too.
Peter Pan's journey back.
Peter Banner or whatever his name was.
Banning.
Banning.
Mhm.
Anyways, Team Hook.
Rufio.
Team Captain Hook.
Rufio.
Plus in the Once Upon a Time
Plus when
TV
Meryl
series.
Streep plays Smee.
He was
No,
hot once
no,
upon a time.
no. That's not Smee. It's a random
That
pirate.
was Bob
That's
Hoskins.
That was Bob Hoskins.
and
Yeah.
No, not Bob. Yeah, the pirate, the boo box.
But she
The
was in
Boo-Box
that.
pirate.
Yeah, the Boo Box Pirate. There
Yeah.
you go. There you go.
I got him.
and Captain Hook in Once Upon a Time TV series.
Oh yeah.
Super hot.
Break me off a piece
No,
of that.
anyways.
Woo. Okay.
Oh,
Wait.
Hook's son in The Descendants.
Okay.
Listen, is that
Sorry,
a show?
Yes.
You just sit there and
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Again,
hate Snow White all by yourself.
Team Hook. Team Captain Hook all the
Team
way.
Hook.
Team Hook.
All right,
Team Hook.
Frenchie. You put it off long enough. What's your least favorite movie?
Bambi.
Really? Tell me more. Tell me more.
So I
That was
haven't
cute.
watched it in probably 30 years.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
And you
Never
probably
watched
can't
it
watch it.
I
can you?
can't watch it.
I'm the same with All Dogs Go to Heaven.
Yeah,
I can't make it through that movie.
I can't.
I'm an
I
adult
can't.
and I can't make it through that movie because I start crying because I know what's gonna happen.
Fox and the Hound, I also haven't watched in probably 20 something years for the same reason. But Bambi was my first. I can't. Bambi's mom. I just 30 years. I haven't even let my 5-year-old watch it. I can't.
Don't traumatize my niece. Don't do that.
I can't.
Don't let her watch All Dogs Go to Heaven, Land Before Time.
I'm working on that one.
Don't do it. So
Mm-mm.
Well, at least I didn't try and get her to watch Jurassic Park.
Bambi is good eating. She's pretty delicious.
Yeah. I'm all about
Not
the
gonna lie.
backstrap myself.
All right. So besides all the live action remakes, which are shite, complete shite.
See, Snow White shite.
Snow White is not shite.
It's epic
Snow White
shite.
is
No,
An
they
epic
got a
classic.
special
It
award
is
for
a
that. They even made
pioneer of
7
its
little
time.
special awards just to go with it.
It is a pioneer of its
Yeah,
time.
okay, and I like that, and I'm like
as
all
Sean-
about hi ho.
Listen, as Sean so eloquently pointed out, it was Disney's first foray into polygamy. So,
Oh wow,
Wow.
we went there.
leave it to Sean.
Okay, destroy my childhood. Thanks.
Okay. My least favorite Disney movie. How do I put this? I love the music. I can't get into the movie Pocahontas. And the reason behind that is because when I watched it, I was at an age or whatever in my schooling where I knew like legitimately what had happened. And it just
That's
made
a
it
big problem
hard
with a lot of people.
That made
to
a lot of people angry.
connect to the movie.
Yeah.
It made it hard to feel that magic, or you could have taken a completely different story about some random people, but instead you twisted history. So
Yeah.
the music is great, the songs are wonderful,
The art is beautiful.
but I can't get into the movie.
Yeah.
That one's a hard.
The
that one's a
music
rough
is
one.
epic, and I have
The
to
music
admit
is
that.
really good. The
And the
artistry,
animation is
the
really
colors,
good, yeah.
everything is beautiful.
Good
The
villain.
twist. Oh, amazing villain.
Ooh.
But the story they twisted to create that, I agree.
Yeah.
A lot of
Yeah.
people had problems with that when I remember because I think I got that VHS in the bargain basement department.
Sean, generally it's not history that's twisted, it's fairy tales that are very dark and grim that they turn into
Grim.
happy stories.
Grim.
It's less about twisting history and more about turning
Yeah, this one was
great stories.
Original epicness into Disney.
Disney magic.
This one was definitely a rip off
This
of
was a history
history,
rip-off.
like just boom, blatant rip
But-
off.
So, as Disney fans here, though, are we all fans of the Grimm tales and the original
Or
Norwegian?
Hans Christian Andersen.
Right.
Right.
Any of the
Yes.
originals?
Some.
We all like those.
Yeah, some.
Some.
And I'm
Right.
okay with Disney sanitizing the originals
Yeah.
to make happy-go-lucky
Make 'em
fairy
kid-friendly.
tales.
Even bastardizing some of them.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, that's creative. You take a dark, twisted, jacked up story and make it like wonderful
Happily
for
ever after.
5-year-olds. Come on.
I'm taking Friday the
Oh, yeah.
13th and I'm going to make a sitcom. Mm-hmm.
You know what? Now I would give
And
it a
there's someone
shot.
that would argue that one with you.
Yeah, it'd be
I
funny.
think we could make it work. Oh, what
I
about
think you could, but you have to have Robert Englund.
Oh yeah.
You
Yeah.
can't.
So
I
Sean,
appreciate Rorschach trying, but Robert Englund will.
Sean
always
asked
be
about the
correct.
Wizard of Oz remake.
That
Which
was
one?
Disney.
I mean, there's
Oh,
quite
Be
a
specific. Which one?
The Disney one was Disney did do the Return to Oz though, which
Is
was
that the one you're
that one
talking
too.
about?
That
Sean?
was the animated.
which it wasn't animated and it was creepy. Creepy as all
Yeah.
heck.
It
Oh,
wasn't
I loved
animated?
it.
Was
I
not?
loved it as a kid, even.
Return to
creepy.
Oz.
in a
Yeah.
good way.
Return to Oz was
Return to
not
Oz.
animated.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it was creepy.
He said
Oh
the
yeah. I
Franco
loved
one,
it.
The
I
Wiz.
searched. Oh no.
No.
Isn't
What?
that the? They didn't have the actress that ended up playing in The Craft.
Yes.
She
Bruce
does
Willis.
dark and-
Sabak.
Yeah, when she was a kid, that was
Oh,
one of her
God,
kid
I
ones.
love
She
her.
does
Water
dark
Boy's
and creepy
girlfriend.
well.
She the devil.
Ooh. She the devil.
She the devil.
She the devil.
She the devil.
So
Waterboy.
Yeah.
You're right, Jay. There's a lot of different authors that are the original authors of many Disney stories.
Hence why I mentioned Hans Christian Andersen.
Norwegian tales and folklore.
Yeah. Did Grimm's kind of jack?
Yeah, they did.
They
jack
did
it.
jack
Jack
some
a
too.
They
lot.
jacked
They
it
totally
first,
did.
and then Disney jacked it from them. So
It's a
But at
bunch of
least when
jackers.
Grimm did it, they kept the essence of it and even the horrible parts.
they didn't.
They didn't
completely,
go.
to quote April, sanitize it. That's a good way to put it.
Yes,
Yeah, I like that.
that's perfect.
They did. They're like, hey, this story is really disturbed. Let's make it fun for children.
Was it the
What?
Franco one that you're talking about? Or is that Return to Oz?
The
With
Wiz.
James Franco?
oh no, the wonderful.
That one was.
Yeah.
That was
Oz.
just called
It was just
Oz.
called Oz.
No, the Oz Great and Powerful,
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
Mhm.
where it had the three witches, the sister witches, Mila Kunis.
I
And,
couldn't get through that one.
James
I'm gonna
Franco
have to
was the
try again,
wizard.
but I couldn't get through that one.
Yeah, it
I
wasn't.
can get anything. I can get through anything that Mila Kunis is in.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
There was
Okay, well I
there
didn't
was
even realize she was
Sign
in
me
it,
up.
so I didn't watch it.
Come on.
there was nothing special about that movie, so it's
Yeah,
like I
it
watched
was-
it.
I think just
Very
because I like
unremarkable.
Franco and Mila Kunis, that's why I might watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it
Yeah.
had Zach Braff was the monkey, and then Joey King was the little doll. But I don't
Mhm.
remember who the other two witches were.
Who's Zach Braff?
From Scrubs.
Oh, I know who he is. Yeah, the
He,
Scrubs
he
guy.
is the voice of the monkey,
Yeah.
the flying monkey or something.
The-
monkey, I don't
The
know.
Wizard of
That's
Oz
creepy.
one that I did like, it was I think a 3-night movie series.
What
I
about the
can't
one
remember
with
the name of
Zoe Deschanel? That she
That's
did?
the one. Zoe Deschanel.
What was
I
that called?
loved that,
That
one.
was
Return to
shoot.
Oz?
No.
no.
Tin
Thank you,
Man.
Tin Man. Yep.
Yep.
Thank you,
Totally
Thank
producer
you,
Tin
Sean.
amazing producer.
Thank you, amazing, illustrious producer Sean. Best producer on the planet, Sean.
He wants something. You know this.
Mila Kunis is great. I agree wholeheartedly.
Mila Kunis.
All right, what's
We've
the next
gotten way
question?
off
Way off
topic.
topic.
Sorry.
We're talking about the Wizard of
I got
Oz.
distracted
Which is
by
a
the
squirrel.
Disney.
Okay, so to get us back on track,
Back on track.
we've all been to at least one of the parks, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
Is it worth it or is it overrated?
It's overpriced.
It's
It's
overpriced,
overpriced.
but it should be once in a lifetime type of thing. I mean, you got to go at least once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's subscribed. Sorry.
She can hook me up with a subscription.
If
too.
you can do it, if you do it right, it could be incredible.
Yes.
Yes.
But right now,
Don't do
it
it.
is too much
Mm-hmm.
for the limited amount you are getting, because it is still have some things that are not happening. They're just starting to slowly open up some of the bigger things because of COVID, like the parades and the musical shows. They're just starting to now open those back up. if you do it right and you plan it well from the get-go, you can have an amazing experience. But if you don't plan properly and you have really crazy high expectations, it could be the worst trip you've ever taken.
Yes.
It's
Do
all
not
about
get your
how much you plan.
expectations. That
When
is key.
When I was a kid, not even a kid, I was probably a teenager of some sort, or maybe even a young adult at that point. But
Jay.
we went on a
The
Disney trip, and we stayed at the Disneyland Hotel. And all I had to do was get on a tram and go to Disneyland for like 3 days in a row, and it was amazing.
My
I
first
mean,
trip,
because I didn't have to like go crap. I didn't go on a ton of rides. When all was said and done, I rode at least every ride or saw every attraction at least twice.
my
Yeah,
first
awesome.
trip was to Walt Disney World in 1981, and it was just the Magic Kingdom back then. So it was easy. You went for one day. We went on a bunch of rides. It was a great time. I remember parts of it. Nowadays, Walt Disney World, to see, you're never going to see everything. It's impossible.
No.
You have to know, and now with the prices being so high, and right now there's a lot of reservations, and you have to pre-book your event, your rides, and there's the lines and the whole. They just the new guy in charge just put a lot of stuff in place that it makes it almost not fun right now.
Oh, you know what's cool though is if I go now, I get to the front of the line. Boom.
So do I.
Handicapped.
Same.
I'm handicapped, yo.
Same.
I only got one leg. I'm going the front line.
Yours is a little easier to prove than mine. But yeah, I get that.
They just wave this
Yeah, that one. Yeah,
I
that's
just wave this stuff and people say, and they go, "Come on, bye."
Calvino,
yours is easier to prove than mine is.
But right now they're doing
Spoiled
some things with Genie Plus, and I don't want to have to spend a year ahead of my trip planning what day I want to ride and what day I want to eat, and it takes the fun out of it.
Yeah.
I'm hoping in about another 3 to 5 years, it kind of reverts back to a little more spontaneity, but it's completely missing that right now. And it's with all the stuff. And this is just about Walt Disney World.
got that bad, or Disneyland got that bad too. They just opened up the Magic Key renewals and added another one. It's insane amount of money, and the only thing they're adding to them is a little bit of parking, like percentage off.
I think for me, so I've been, I don't know, a couple times, handful of times. And, my dad beat up my brother one time. Wink, wink, Mom.
Tickets.
Almost killed him with a foam sword. Hit him in the head. He was bleeding. That was fun. But I think that, something has changed along the way where it used to be fun, and it used to be, it doesn't matter how many rides you went on, and you went for the experience, and now it's all about the pocketbook, and I just can't get past that. Everything
It's so
is
expensive.
outrageously and exorbitantly overpriced.
And
But when we took Annabelle, didn't you feel a little bit of that magic back? Because she's looking at everything like,
Right. That's the
She
only
was also
time
about
it's
feet
like-
to it. So.
That's why
it is different if you take a child.
Yeah.
It is a once in a while, plan a trip, go enjoy it for what it is, but you're spending way too much money for what you're getting.
Totally are.
And not only are the prices going up, which, with inflation, everything, it would be okay, but the perks are going down. So it's not, and right now, Epcot is, I know, they're starting to finally open up. I think a lot of the construction might be on its way to being done. I haven't been in a couple of years, but for a while there, Epcot was a mess because they were working on Ratatouille, they were working on Gardens of the Galaxies. You didn't want to go near the park; it was half under construction. And even now, they're still working on the Magic Kingdom. They're working on the Tron ride, and and Hollywood Studios took forever to open up Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. So you have to keep watching and like, I don't want to go. If I'm going to go and this is going to be my one-time trip, I want to go when everything's open. So it's just, it takes so much pre-planning to get it to be so right. And then you're just still going to end up with you're going to be disappointed because you're going to have such high expectations.
But
you can't do that
Yeah.
either because they're constantly redoing things. At
Yeah.
Disneyland, they just opened Marvel.
Yeah.
But they closed Toontown so that they can refurbish that and put in the new ride.
Who
Right.
the hell thought they could close Toontown? That was my
Because
question.
they decided that Toontown wasn't popular enough. So now they have to revamp it,
Mhm.
put in new rides to make it more interesting. And so they shut the whole thing down. So they could redo it.
Oh, yeah.
And
Or
soon
like
they're going to
Sean
shut
said.
down Splash Mountain.
He said he'd
So
rather go to
totally
Universal.
redo that into Princess and the
that?
Frog.
Sean said he'd rather you go to Universal. Same.
Harry
Same.
Potter.
Well, that was another thing back in the day.
There was no competition.
Well, there was the
Oh, there was
competition,
not Spider
but
Farm in California.
Disneyland used to have different offerings from Walt Disney World.
Yep.
So I'd want to take a trip to Disneyland because they have attractions that Walt Disney World doesn't have. Same thing like Disneyland Paris and Disneyland Shanghai and Hong Kong. You'd want to go for different stuff, but now they're just get a good attraction and put it at every park.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not having that desire to want to go to Disneyland if the rides are going to be identical.
But they're not identical in the other countries.
In some, but there's some places they're starting to get identical. Yeah. It's like they don't want to come up with differences. They're starting to
because it's cheaper.
It's cheaper.
It's the almighty dollar.
There are some changes, but it's now getting to be very similar in a lot of parks that I don't
Space
have.
Mountain was my favorite though, by the way. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, but the people that are in close proximity to Disneyland don't necessarily ever have to go to Disney World. I've never felt the need to go there. But people that live,
in the middle.
Yeah, somewhere else.
Fair.
They can take their choice, or they can go to both parks if they want to. But it's really kind of designed to cater to the people.
I think Star Wars is the biggest. Star Wars and Marvel's the biggest examples. They got Star Wars, they got some good stuff, and they put the same thing in every park because it works. Marvel, it's kind of a blessing on the East Coast that Universal has Marvel because they can't put some of the Marvel stuff in Hollywood studios. So there's now an excuse to kind of go to California if I want to see Disney's Marvel campus, Avengers campus, because of the licensing laws in Florida. Universal has the rights to Spider-Man and X-Men, and so Disney
they can't
put them
that
here.
barrier,
So they can't cross. So
and
they get.
Yeah, you can't really do Spider-Man in California, I don't think either, except for just his character, like to go take pictures with.
Yeah.
I don't. Oh no, they
got that
flippy coaster,
and they've got that.
I think they did a Spider-Man roller coaster
mm-hmm.
in California. I forgot.
Yeah, and they got that animatronic guy that flips across the roof or whatever. But that's why we got Guardians of the Galaxies in Epcot, because it's one of the few Marvel properties Universal doesn't have.
There's Guardians of the Galaxy at Disneyland too. They transformed Tower of Terror into the Guardians of the Galaxy, which I never got to do the Guardians of the Galaxy one.
Mm-hmm.
But the Tower of Terror was awesome. And I wanted to go to Disney World for that because the Disney World one is different. So the one at Disneyland just brings you up, drops you down.
Yep.
The one at Disney World actually is supposed to bring you through different areas and then drop you. Disneyland doesn't do that.
Oh, it just goes up
and down. It just goes up and drops you.
Yeah.
That's all it does.
East Coast one rolls.
Yeah, they did that mainly to compete with whatever Magic Mountain, Free Fall from Magic Mountain. So they did that.
1 second.
Okay.
Well, I figured they would have competed with Knott's Berry Farm too.
I don't know if they had a drop like that, did they?
And Knott's Berry Farm has Supreme Scream.
Yeah, but that wasn't around back then.
When it was at Disneyland, because it became California Adventure. Because California Adventure came around, and then they put the Tower. But Knott's Berry Farm already had that. Knott's Berry Farm was the first theme park in California.
Yeah.
And Walt Disney actually got his ideas from Knott's Berry Farm.
Yeah. But Free Fall was not. That was Magic Mountain.
Yeah, but how old is that one even?
Oh, I don't even know.
California.
I mean, when I was a kid.
So it's really old.
So we're talking about the Dark Ages.
Right.
Yeah, that's why it's called free fall. You climbed all the way up these stairs and someone shoved your ass off a building.
Perfect.
Splat.
Is Disneyland doing Splash Mountain into Princess and
Yes.
the Bride too? Yeah, I figured they're probably gonna do that to all of them.
Well, they also had the first Splash Mountain, and I don't see that's the thing because not a lot of kids from our generation even knew about Songs of the South, so we didn't know that's what that was about.
Splash Mountain was about Songs of the South?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Which is a very
Yeah.
racist movie
Yeah.
from what I hear.
Very.
See, we don't. My generation doesn't know that unless you look it up.
Mine, I think is
Not
the,
Bear Farm does have some good food, Calvino. Calvino and I bond over food every time.
The ribs.
The ribs.
Chris
Mhm.
Price's
The
generation
ribs
knows about
and-
Song of the South.
I do.
Sorry. Yeah, I'd never seen
I
that.
saw it
one,
in
so-
theaters.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're.
Yeah, I'm old. We've
Oh.
Gen
established
X.
that.
Gen
Watch who you're
X.
talking to. Watch who you're calling him.
Gen X. We know
See,
Song of the
Calvino
South.
remembers Song of the South. Sweet
Calvino,
potato pie
By
and
the
shut my
way-
mouth.
Calvino, we made some tacos tonight. You missed out.
They was yummy.
The pork tacos.
All right.
Oh, and the cotija cheese.
No, that was for the corn. The street corn.
Oh, no, I
Calvino,
put
we made street
No, I
corn.
put cotija cheese on my taco.
Weirdo.
I put cheese
It
on
happens.
everything.
Right.
That's true.
I feel like I
Anyway.
missed out.
I'm getting
But I had
hungry.
quesadilla for dinner, so it's kind of same.
Kind
Ooh,
of
I like
same
it.
flair. Fiesta.
Ole!
What about did Disney do that the one with Miguel and he played the guitar and he had dead
Coco?
ancestors?
Coco.
Coco.
I love Coco. That's one of my
That's
favorites.
Pixar. It was one of Pixar's offerings. Yep.
Yeah, Coco was dope.
Yeah,
Coco is
not a
dope.
Disney.
It's not
Like
Disney.
Encanto.
Disney,
But-
it's the same
It's
thing.
but-
it's Pixar, but it's Disney, but it's under
It's
Pixar's
Disney
label.
owned.
Right.
Let's do the unthinkable. Let's talk about Bruno.
Because we don't talk
about Bruno.
No.
All my
Where's-
daycare kids.
I know. Buttercup's little girl. She was.
Oh, that was cute at
Oh my
Con.
god.
At ConCarolinas,
She's got a whole
she
audience.
was a whole audience right there at the water, and she's
And
just
she's
singing.
got hair like Annabelle. Oh yeah, she's adorable.
Cute,
They'll make
cute.
great friends. But yeah, and she's just doing the whole. She's a little sassy. No.
Oh, my little Luther was like that too. He goes, I want Bruno. You play Bruno's song. He's
Yeah.
2.
And play the song.
Cute.
I did.
Yeah.
That was a great movie,
Every
though.
time.
Great movie, great message.
You're lucky I wasn't your
Beautiful.
2-year-old.
Great
Otherwise, I'd have
animation.
said play the damn song at 2.
That was an A
I
plus
didn't
plus.
teach him that word. It's inappropriate.
It was interesting that all of our favorites and least favorite movies were all
Original.
pre 90s
Yeah.
movies.
Yeah. I'm not gonna like the
Coco was
newer
pre
ones-
nineties.
No,
Coco's Pixar.
when we
Coco is
Coco's
like
Pixar.
a few years ago.
Coco's
Pixar
not
is
Disney.
Disney.
Is
Yeah.
now.
It is
Yeah,
now,
but when
not-
we discussed back at the beginning of the show our favorites and our least favorites, they were all pre 90s shows and movies.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I do. I like the newer ones.
Okay.
A lot of
She's
them I
never seen
haven't
Frozen,
seen.
yo.
Okay, way to put me on blast.
Blast.
Let it
Frozen
go,
2 was better.
let it- No.
Yes. I will
Okay.
die on that mountain.
So we'll get popcorn and we'll watch Frozen. We'll marathon it or something. I'm sure
Frozen
Annabelle
2
will love
is
it.
way better.
But
You know what was good about that movie?
Here, Pixar.
Sven.
Yes.
He
Sven
so
was good.
He was so good.
Oh, yeah.
Way better than Olaf. Olaf is way overrated.
I just think
Olaf
I
is
like
cute,
Olaf's-
but Sven
I-
is better.
He's
I
cute,
like the
but annoying.
character.
I can't even.
I like the guy that plays Olaf
Okay.
though, a lot.
So, chat. You and I are gonna talk because there's.
Ooh,
stuff.
Moana. Hey, hey.
I've never seen Moana.
Let's talk about like Rapunzel or
Tangled is
Tangled.
beautiful.
Tangled-
was beautiful.
Tangled is
beautiful.
my favorite princess movie
Oh,
because
I love.
I
It.
relate
daughter
to
loves that.
Rapunzel on every level.
What about Brave?
She's
Oh, that one's mine.
I know.
Brave is mine. And there's not a lot of music in it.
No, there's not.
that's because it's
That's-
Pixar.
That's
Yeah.
one of my favorite things too.
No, I relate to Rapunzel
Pixar.
and
But wasn't it Pixar after Disney? took over, so it's still technically.
It's always Disney.
It's always
So Disney would buy Pixar, put out a movie, and go, "Okay, we're done. Bye." And then like, "Oh, we want to do another movie with you. We're gonna buy you again."
Oh.
Until more recently, they just kept them.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Sean says his favorite is Shrek.
Nice.
Shrek is not a DreamWorks. So come on.
Yeah, it's
No.
DreamWorks. That's
But
Universal.
Shrek is awesome.
Yes.
Hey, Annabelle watched all of them every day, constantly.
What
for
are
a
you doing
year.
in my swamp, Sean?
Sean, get out of my swamp.
What are you doing in my swamp?
What are you
Shrek
doing in my
is epic.
swamp?
I think I heard talks of a new Shrek coming out too.
No, let's
The
just
grandbabies?
not do it.
Because
No, it would have been them growing up.
yeah, and they have babies of their own now.
Not
Shrek is
that
their
old.
baby.
Let sleeping ogres lie.
We don't want to peel back those layers.
No, not at all.
Oh, just a couple.
No, what I want is a spin-off of Donkey and the Dragon.
No.
Yes,
that's
with the
just-
little
that's
donkey
I
dragon
porn.
like that.
babies.
With the
Yes.
little donkey dragon babies. Yep.
That's like porn. That's disgusting.
Ooh, Calvino, you have a point. He said the Frog Princess had the best villain.
Ooh,
Amen.
Dr. Facilier is
Yes,
epic.
excellent.
he was a
Totally
very
epic.
good.
That is a-
Scary.
He said next to Lion King. So you think
Scar.
Scar?
Scar wasn't even a villain. He was a brother.
He was just a
Okay,
redheaded
so
stepchild.
This whole arm is going to be Disney villains.
Mhm.
I
It's
have
weird.
It was
Hades.
good.
I have Yzma is one of the best Disney villains.
April made a point, and she's like, as I get older, I'm relating to the villains, and I'm like, you're right.
You're a little
You're
late
right.
in that
Yeah,
game.
you're not
I've-
wrong.
I've been relating to them since like
Yeah.
middle school.
Yeah, no. Case in point, The Little Mermaid. As I got older, I relate to her dad and Ursula more than I relate to Ariel.
Mm-hmm.
Ariel's 16. You're 16, girl. You know less than Jon Snow. You know nothing. Less than nothing.
Right?
Why you
Listen
have
to
to
your
bring John
father.
in this?
And
Because
don't
we
know
were on
nothing.
Pixar,
Yeah.
DreamWorks.
listen to your father and learn how to negotiate a contract. Yeah.
Right?
And learn how to write. Please kiss me. I'm the girl from the beach. Kiss me and I can talk to you.
Consult a lawyer before
You can-
signing
yeah,
any
sign
Sign
contract.
your
know-
name. Why can't you say I'm Ariel?
I'm the girl from the beach.
Plot holes.
I lost my voice. You're 16.
Subtle plot holes.
Or just
Yeah.
grab him by the shirt collars and kiss him. Guys like that.
But no. So I relate to Ursula and King Triton way more than Ariel.
Mm-hmm.
What about
King
Maleficent?
Triton was a
Oh.
blatant ripoff.
Melissa.
Maleficent?
Maleficent.
She was
Oh,
treated
yeah.
like shit.
Absolutely.
I don't blame her for being a bitch. I mean,
Yeah, you
Seriously.
invite everyone but me to this.
What?
No.
I'm gonna come and throw some shade. That's what I'm
Yeah.
gonna do.
Well deserved.
And seriously, how long? They only had to keep the girl locked up for what, like 3 more weeks, 4 more weeks, and she would have been fine. But no, she had to go out, go dancing, and the little prince came along, and her birthday was just around the corner. She would have been fine.
James.
No.
Why are you all so bitter?
Because we're
Because
old now.
villains are epic.
Because the first
Because-
half of this show, we talked about how much we love the
Okay.
Disney and the
I
princess.
don't have that much passion
Okay.
for Disney to be bitter.
Because Disney lied to me.
Uh-oh.
Mhm.
I don't care that they promised us princesses. I care that they promised me good hair and
Oh.
animals to help me clean. And I didn't get either of those.
Ah!
That's right, girl.
So I want the animals. I want the little birds to come around and help me fold my laundry.
you got the wrong animals.
I didn't. Okay, I don't want him to help me fold laundry or clean. I just want Gus Gus.
Yeah.
Gus
Well,
was
yeah,
actually
you already
my
got the
nickname
nice
for a
hair,
while.
so
I actually had Gus Gus as a nickname for a little bit, too.
Yeah.
He was cute.
He
Yeah.
was cute.
Cute
Cute and fat. I look like Gus Gus. That's
you
why
don't, want
she
to,
married
you don't want to
me.
meet the guy that I called Gus Gus.
No.
Yeah.
Please don't.
No, people were looking for a nickname for me. They're like April, August, Gus, Gus, Gus. So I was Gus Gus for a little bit. And I was
That's
Tig
cute.
Tig for a little bit after Tigger. And then I was E.G. Experiment 626 for a while because Stitch is my favorite character.
I was Dory for a while.
You're
You're
still.
still
I'm
Dory.
still Dory. Or Scrat.
You just
Scrat
jumped on
works too.
Yeah.
No, Mom.
Squirrel.
I don't feed any brown ones to Odin on purpose because he's not allowed to eat Gus Gus.
Yeah, no, they're usually white. And
They're
Black
white
and
ones.
white.
Don't feed any brown mouse to my snake.
Yeah, that's illegal to do.
Yeah,
Not
I
happening.
watched. I don't
Can't
think you should
happen.
feed any of them to the snake.
Nuts.
That's why I can't have one.
No.
I wouldn't feed
All right, so what do we expect from Disney in the future? I mean, we've
Lower
got a couple
prices.
minutes. Let's wrap this bad boy up.
Yeah.
Put a bow on it. Boom.
Let's do this.
That's my last bow.
Dad jokes.
Do less though.
I'm here all day.
Well, no, I have one more, but it needs to be repaired.
Oh yeah.
My
All right.
mom's-
So what do you want to see, April, coming out of Disney?
I'd like to see for their animated. I'd like to see some more original stories. In Encanto was an original story. So granted,
Beautiful.
the movie was full of plot holes, but I want to see more original stories. I think Pixar's working on their new movie Elementals, which seems promising, and Disney's next movie is Strange Worlds, that also has a lot of promise to be a fairly original story. So that's what I want. I want some more originality. I don't want remakes. And I definitely do not want more sequels.
Oh,
I don't want to see anything with a
I
number
think-
2 after
Right.
it.
No
Ever.
babies.
Coco
No
and
Ariel
Encanto
too.
are probably
No
my
Ariel.
tops of the newest stuff.
Yeah. One of my
They're
newest favorite
original.
ones that I love was Wreck-It Ralph, because it was so different. And as a kid in the
Adorable.
80s, I loved Wreck-It Ralph, but I didn't like the sequel. So just give me some original.
You didn't
Find
even need
some
a sequel.
But it was cute.
Nah.
It was
Yeah.
But
cute.
it didn't really compete with the first one.
Not at all.
Fine.
It was
There-
there to make.
There is a massive source of writers out there. Heck, go to ConCarolina and hit up the
Okay.
Falstaff table. There is a ton of unique stories out there. Make a story out of one of those writers. It's
Mhm.
all original and unique. You don't need to keep hitting the same pool. Get out of California. Get out of New York. Come to North Carolina. We got writers all coming out our ears that'll give you
Obviously,
an original
very creative.
story.
Robert.
Yeah, Falstaff.
All right, Frenchie.
I want original.
What about you? What do you?
I agree. Originality is key. They keep remaking, they keep sequeling. Stop. Give us more Coco. Give us more Encanto lines.
Yes.
Like, yeah,
But-
esque. Thank you. Yes.
But no
the
twos.
originality.
No twos.
No two. I don't need a two. Just give me something different. The original.
All
I
right,
love that.
Bronner. How about you?
I would like to see some quality. I mean, high quality, like stuff coming out of the Marvel universe. I've been so disappointed. It's
Leave it to him to
it's-
turn the Disney episode.
it's
into-
sad. I mean, it's really sad how
I was gonna
brilliant
say no more Star Wars.
brilliant
Have-
it has been.
Have you watched She-Hulk yet?
Is it out yet?
It dropped today.
That would be
Oh.
a no.
That would be
It's-
enough.
Oh yeah. I didn't know
It
that.
is
Did it the whole thing drop?
No, just the one episode.
That
Ah,
would
I
be-
can't
It's-
wait for that.
Really cute.
You can't.
it's
binge
really
it if
funny.
there's only one episode.
It's only
So
one
I
episode.
had zero problems at all with Disney's efforts in TV world. I have no problems at all. I think they're doing a very, very admirable job at keeping all of these different things going. They're doing some weird stuff, but they're also doing some really cool stuff. Like, I didn't really care for Loki all that much, but I really did love Wanda and Vision, or WandaVision, if you will. But I really did love those. But I'm talking about movies. I'm talking about, like, don't lay another stinker on me like Eternals. If you can, have the balls like DC to shelve it like they shelved Catwoman.
Oh,
That, I
did
mean,
not. $70 million.
$70 million,
On the
man.
shelf.
Put Eternals on the shelf.
I'm
Release
surprised-
straight to video.
Yeah, but they released the Halle Berry.
I like.
No,
Have-
no.
I'm
Throw
surprised
that
they
away.
haven't.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they haven't shelved Flash yet.
Oh,
Oh.
it may be.
See, I'm behind on a lot of this stuff now.
But
All right, that's me. Next, we got
But-
like a couple minutes. 1 minute.
I have like 1 minute, so we're gonna make this very, very fast. And my statement is the same as it's been the entire time. What I would like to see from Disney is less live action. Stop. Just stop. As far as the creativity goes, they made their mark. on not being creative. They took stories that were already written, all of these, fairy tales and, folklore.
They borrowed a lot.
That's what they made their mark with. So then they thought they could just keep it up, and now people are actually demanding originality, and I think they're going to give it to us. You've got Brave coming up, all sorts of stuff. But Brave came out, not coming out.
Oh, I'm like,
So
She missed. She was asleep.
Pixar has the original stories.
yes.
Sleeping Beauty.
Wall-E, Ratatouille,
Mhm.
Brave.
So yes,
yes.
less sequels, less live action remakes, and let's see what you're really made of. Are you riding on your coattails of previous success, or are you actually going to do something?
They have so much money; they can do whatever.
They can do whatever they want.
And honestly,
They've monopolized most of it.
And you can say the same thing about Marvel. That's all
Mhm.
really pre-written stuff too.
Same. It's
God,
all
they got
comics.
so
And
many
Star
scripts
Wars.
to choose from.
Star
Oh
Wars
my
is so
gosh.
pre-written already, and
Yeah.
Boom.
but handed silver platter.
That has been us on CCTV.
What do we got coming up?
I'm getting there.
All
Don't
right.
rush me. I'm about to blow through this. So, we appreciate you guys being here, but please make sure you tune in every Thursday, Sunday, and Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 7:30 Central, for the Blue Skirt Boys adventures on any one of their channels. Our wonderful producer is going to drop those into the chat for you. They are gaming. Don't ask them what they're playing because they have no idea.
They probably don't know. Yeah.
Ever. And then at 10 o'clock Eastern Time, you're going to have Zarknor After Dark with Nev. Make sure you tune in to see Nev. He's witty. He's great. He's
Super fun.
He's super fun to watch. Friday, you've got 10 o'clock Eastern Time. That's our Dinks with Kinks. That is on this channel here, followed by
The Naughty Bits.
Femboy Freakout Friday on All Hope's channel. Saturday at 3:30, you've got Saturday Shenanigans with Miko on her channel. Then 4:30, you've got DND 4D. Great Big Bear is doing all sorts of Dungeons and Dragons for you dummies out there.
What does the 4D stand for?
4D, DND. 4, as in like FOR. I'll spell it out.
For
you.
dummies.
So,
I was like 4D, man. Who's playing D&D for D?
Sunday.
That's not
On the Nerd Mom Ace channel at 1 o'clock Eastern, 12 o'clock Central, you're going to be waking up with Nana and Pep Pep. They have coffee, they have trauma, they are letting it all out and healing. And they
Religious
are
trauma,
great.
no less.
They have tons of religious trauma. Check them out. They're really fun to watch. Monday, busy day for us in the BSB, and you've got Auntie and Unc tell you about it at 7:30 Eastern Time on Miko's channel. Then at 8:30 Eastern, you're going to have Don Darrowing 101, and we're going to shoot right over into Nerd Mom A's channel with Happy Hour, a Rook's Happy Hour. So bring your alcohol and just get ready to chill and hang
Kids,
out.
don't bring your alcohol.
No, don't bring your kids.
Don't bring your kids.
Don't bring your kids. And don't bring your alcohol. Don't bring your alcohol. with
Ixnay
kids.
on the
Wednesday at
It's
8:30.
Dixie
You got dweebs,
It's okay.
weebs,
and interweaves.
and interweaves. And then at 9:30, you're gonna have that D Wayne post show.
D-Wine Post Show.
D Wayne. He's gonna have some very interesting things for us.
Redneckery.
A lot of redneckery. There's fuckery afoot.
There's fuckery.
And that brings us right back to us on CCTV Thursday.
Yes,
So
come join
stay
us.
tuned. Next week is going to be a really fun episode. We're putting together some of the promos, but it has been amazing to have everybody in the chat here. Thank you, April. Thank you, Shannon.
We're gonna raid
Thank
on
you.
over to
Zarknor.
Zarknor.
Nev is on.
So we are gonna raid over to there. So please stay where you're at and head on over and check out this really
Hold on
funny
to your
guy.
hats.
Hold on to your hats,
Hang
people.
on.
Peace and love.
Bye, guys.